Weathertime with Marlonology, brought to you by Seblon Corp, leading the world to a new, better generation. Hey guys, this is Marlon Quinteros here, and this is episode 1 in the, what is not the quote-unquote pre-season of Weathertime with Marlonology. So this is the official first episode of Weathertime with Marlonology, and I will be a little more frequent with that because I wanted to become a Weather Channel meteorologist. So anyway, what I want to talk about is this Hurricane Odile that happened somewhere like last week, somewhere like September 10ish, like on a Monday. So this was the hurricane that was formed, but although it's not really exactly, but it is a general area in the Eastern Pacific where Hurricane Odile has been developed. So anyway, the projected path suggested that it should be west of Cabo San Lucas, which was ground zero, but the models said that we're gonna push it directly towards Cabo San Lucas, but although the projected path took it off course, so it's an unsure thing. But as amateur meteorologist, I should know that this is really it's tough to discuss at the moment. But anyway, this is Hurricane Odile in full-fledged strength. So it is heading towards Cabo San Lucas with a major hurricane, like a Category 3 status, and it makes landfall, as you can see. And then it heads towards the Gulf of California, which it did, and it races along the coast, but it weakens as a tropical storm since it keeps going on and off the coast of the Baja California and the East Coast. Anyway, when it head towards crosses the border to the United States, it created heavy downfall. Rainfall. That's what it did. A lot of flooding, because the previous hurricane Nadine created the worst flooding in the Southwest. Vegas, Phoenix, and Tucson had the worst flooding in a while, since they were in a drought. So there was additional rainfall, additional flooding in Arizona, and it kept going on for hours. And then moved on as a low pressure. It decreases speed and intensity, which even though it did, but the amount of energy was out. So anyway, what I want to talk about in this part of the video is what happens if a hurricane does make landfall in the City of Angels, San Diego, or somewhere in Southern California. That can defy all odds. Well, here's the thing: an area in the Eastern Pacific creates hurricanes, particularly in southern Mexico and the Pacific side. So as you can see, on the circle part of Tijuana and San Diego, that's the place where I predict there would be hurricanes that would make landfall. But here's the thing: water temperatures in the Gulf of California are in the 80s, as well as Cabo San Lucas. But when you are out at sea, the temperatures are less than 80 degrees because of the California current. So now here's the area of development where a hurricane will make landfall in Los Angeles, which many people would doubt. But not even many experts could even predict that, since sometimes computer models can be wrong sometimes. So anyway, this projected path would lead like the hurricane towards Southern California via the Gulf of California. Unlike Hurricane Odile, it was like on and off, like I said. But this hurricane would stay in the Gulf of California, and its strength would be tremendous in size, even though there are mountains on the outer bands of the hurricane, but it's still strong. It's still paralleling the coasts, and then when it heads towards the base of Baja California, it's going to cross it and then entering cold waters of Southern California. And then, as you can see on the map, clearly in Texas, there's a high pressure system which causes the hurricane to push westward and into the colder Pacific waters. And then, in another map, actually, there's a low pressure system or an upper low. But unlike the surface low, that surface low happens to be a hurricane at which the pressure is very low. The upper low has a very distinction. This one carries the jet stream that dips down to Los Angeles and Southern California, and this one wants to push it back east, which means that somewhere around Southern California, or pretty much on the south of the border area, that you know what, forget what I said, but still, anyway, this subtropical jet stream would push this hurricane somewhere in Southern California. And as you can see in this map, very closely in the counties in Southern California, this hurricane would want to make landfall somewhere in many types of scenarios, stretching from San Diego all the way towards Santa Barbara. If it makes landfall in San Diego, it's going to be somewhat a Category 2. If it makes landfall in Los Angeles, it's going to be a Cat 1. Or else, it's going to be a tropical storm or less, when it makes landfall west of LA and west of Malibu. It's clearly the reason is, as we all know, is the California current. But somewhat it could be possible that a hurricane would make tremendous damage to the coast, particularly in Santa Monica, Long Beach, Oceanside, Huntington Beach, Manhattan Beach, Venice Beach, Imperial Beach. Every beach is in SoCal. So there you go. I mean, but I'm not done yet. If it were to make a landfall in Santa Monica, the winds are going to be and waves that obviously they're going to make some damages to the Santa Monica pier. But even though it is a large pier, but some parts will be damaged due to rough ocean waves. And but if that happens in Long Beach, well, all that water could push upstream, but with its lack of force, well, it would only create less damage. So that pretty much is it for this vague, somewhat vague, but that's the episode. But there will be better expertise later after this episode. So peace out, everyone, and have a good day or night or whatever. And peace out. And watch Marlonology too. Like it, comment, subscribe to it, and even in the second channel. And even go to my social media. Like, follow. Don't hesitate. Goodbye.